Greetings, everybody. I did this video for you and I had to delete it because I just want to be very succinct. For the person who sent me two topic ideas, I am responding here. You sent an article about Mr. Andrew Holiness being pressured to take deportees. And you also showed another article about him turning away citizens of Jamaica. Now, I already touched on that a little bit in another video, but I think I could talk a little bit on both of these articles. Now, what I want to say to you, and I had a demonstration and I deleted that, but I had some flour, and in the flour, I dropped a grain of linseed. And I was trying to say that when you drop this grain of linseed, in my opinion, Andrew Holness would be like that linseed. Now, when you can be a linseed and you can stand out in the middle of flower, but you would have to be a certain kind of leader. And Andrew Holness have never demonstrated that type of leadership. Now, with him turning away 45 people from Jamaica with the excuse that he didn't want them to come to Jamaica and contaminate other people, now it seems as if he has no choice but to take people who are going to be sent to Jamaica. These individuals are also Jamaican citizens who are being deported. And now, all of a sudden, he has no choice. Now, what I want to say in this, so that there's no misunderstanding, is that Andrew Holness has never ever demonstrated that he's a warrior king. There's nothing about him, no signs in him that he's the type of person who wanted to stand up or would stand up for his people. What he's doing with the situation in Jamaica is commendable in the sense that, he's doing things to prevent the spread of it. But at the same time, when it comes to doing things, to take that leadership role, to demonstrate that the people first and that his best interest is for the people, he's never ever demonstrated that. Now, what I want to also say is this is very interesting because threats are being made that Jamaican citizens are going to be losing their visa. I'm not sure if it's the people who are on the island or the individuals who already live overseas, but you have the President of the United States making these threats. And the thing about it is, if you are a leader, if you are a person who understands your position as a leader, if you can say to yourself as a man, I am a man too. I'm also a man. I'm a leader in my own right. My position as Prime Minister of Jamaica is no different from the President of the United States. You carry the same mantle. You have the same sort of power to make determination based on the best interests of the people. Now, if you're threatened at this time with the idea that you are going to lose your visa, that would be the most ridiculous thing, because if you look at America right now, I'm not sure who in their right mind would even think of going to America, would even think that if I don't get a visa to go to the United States of America, I would be losing. What would you be losing? They are not even able to control the spread of this thing in their country. They're doing a terrible job of it. So to actually use visa as leverage to threaten somebody to take deportees, and as much as there are people and there are the citizens of our country, at this time, that's something that is not important. That can stay. But it shows the mindset of our people to say that if you don't do what I say, then we're going to lose the visa. Who cares about the visa? You see, anybody can come and make threats to our leaders because they have not taught their people or not positioned themselves to be independent, to say that we are going to govern ourselves. We don't want self-governance as a people. We're always looking for somebody else to make the decisions for us. And so if you have always waited for other men to tell you what to do, to lead you, to teach you, to open the door and the pathway to let you in, then what do you expect in times like these? These individuals are always going to come and then give you ultimatums. So if he's cowering to any of these other leaders who think that they're God, these individuals, such as the President of the United States, who kind of have this godlike personality, who feels that if you don't listen to me, he throws a temper tantrum. But if you have the prime minister of our country feeling that they have to bow to the pressure of this person who is very unstable, then what do you want me to say? Mr. Andrew Holness has never, ever demonstrated to anybody that he cares about the people. There's too many incidences or situations where Mr. Andrew Holness had the opportunity to put people first, and he has never done that. Now, this is what I've always said to people. I've always said that it doesn't matter what's happening in the United States of America, our people are of this mindset, this scarcity mindset, that they'd rather go there and die than stay in the country where they were born and prosper. Do you understand? Because if visa is why you're going to be pressured into doing something that you don't want to do, it goes to show the mindset of such people. If London Bridge is falling, if what the end all and the be all of America comes to a standstill, you will still have people in Jamaica with the mindset that it's better to go there than to stay in Jamaica. Somehow we have not managed to tell ourselves or to teach our children that, you know what we have here is precious, and that all we have to do is come together, minds, hands, body, and hearts, and create a Jamaica for ourselves, a Jamaica where our children can be proud of saying this is home. We're always looking for governance and leadership from other people. And when you put yourself as a man in that position where you always have to answer to another man, you are going to find that the person who feel that you are subordinate to them will always treat you like a child. So we've always have a father and child type of relationship with America. And who do we blame? If you're getting ultimatums now to say you're not going to get visa if you don't comply. I also want to say that behind closed doors, I don't really know what talks are happening behind closed doors, and I don't know what threats are being made to Mr. Andrew Holness to say if you don't do this, this is going to happen to you. Cuba offered assistance, and Cuba has proven themselves to be a friend of Jamaica. And I'm not sure if this is true or if this is just allegation, but I was told by different sources that Jamaica did not accept the help that Cuba is offering. And my question would be, why? Why not? Why would you not accept? Now, nobody's asking anybody to ride in on any horse with any vaccines. But if you have medication that can assist people who already have this thing, why would you say no? Why would you say no to a friend of our country and say yes to someone who clearly shows and establish that you are not a friend of Jamaica? You're not a friend of anybody that does not look like you. Now, having said that, I must say that in this country where I live, we are also faced with the wrath of this individual who is also doing things to seize what we need, much needed essential things for our first responders, like masks and things like that. This bully is also confiscating masks and things like that that is heading to Jamaica, using that as some kind of leverage. So it leads me to say, I wonder what they're demanding of Jamaica, and I'm wondering, how weak or how strong our leaders are in this time, because it's going to take someone who is more than just a leader. It would be taking someone who is more of a warrior king to stand up to some of these individuals who want to use this situation that is occurring now in the world to control people, to bully individuals in accepting their agenda. Once again, I'm saying Mr. Andrew Holness have never at any point demonstrated that he's the kind of person who will put people first. He knows that if he doesn't comply with the orders and the wishes of the ones who govern him, he might lose everything. And he's not about to do that. He's not going to put himself in a position where he's going to lose everything for the Jamaican people. his position or his interest is to secure his interest and that of his family. He knows that whatever happens, he can leave Jamaica, he can live anywhere else in the world, and his children are going to be secure. So he's not going to jeopardize that. He's not about building, country and people. He's believing, or he's said many times, he's building wealth. So, to complete this video, I want to say that, the idea that people are going to panic because they're going to lose their visa and then give in to a tyrant, a known tyrant who will use his power or abuse his power to control other people, especially those he considers to be less fortunate or less deserving. These things that are unfolding are only showing something that was always deeply hidden in the world, deeply hidden in the subconsciousness or the psyche of individuals, to say that we are more powerful and you must thereby pay obedience to us, you must listen to us. And oftentimes, our leaders are too quick, too ready, too easily led in betraying us and in the long run, themselves. Stay blessed, everybody.